Next level.
2019 U.S. Open field. Phil Mickelson headlines host of golfers looking to claim first title. There are 12 former U.S. Open champions in the field at Pebble Beach for the 119th U.S. Open, with 16 titles among them. Tiger Woods 3, but with just 12 former champions in a 156-player field, odds favor a first-time U.S. Open winner on Sunday evening. No first-time U.S. Open champion would be crowned with more fanfare than Phil Mickelson. This U.S. Open will be the Mickelson's fifth try to complete the career Grand Slam, but there's a growing feeling that his best chances are all in the past. Mickelson has been can't get enough golf. Where we take a week prior to last year's U.S. Open, Mickelson identified this 3-year run of Shinnecock Hills, Pebble Beach, and Winged Foot as the last 3 tracks where he feels like he can have a chance to win. He was a runner-up. An important aspect to Mickelson's pursuit of a U.S. Open championship has been his outspoken criticism of the event's organizers, the USGA. Course setup. It was a viral video sensation in the golf world. Did Phil lose his 1 year later? Mickelson is still a viral sensation, but not because of his gaffes on the golf course. Mickelson picked up what Mickelson has done at the age of 48 with his 49th birthday coming up this weekend on Championship Sunday is take control of the messaging with social media. Mickelson has noted his last bit of media was indeed social, posting a hole-in-one from Jim Nance's yard, which is set up like the PAR 3/7 at Pebble Beach. Mickelson shutting down the media availability has limited the opportunity for one-liners, antics, and media tent chuckles that many golf fans love. But if the absence of, here are a few other names to watch as potential first-time U.S. Open champions, along with thoughts on their chances at winning a. Justin Thomas. It's difficult to know what to expect from Thomas as he's still working his way back from a wrist injury that kept him out of the PGA Championship and tournament golf for more than a month. In total, Ricky Fowler. While Mickelson has been chasing a U.S. Open title forever, Fowler remains one of the best golfers without a major championship win at all. His game appears. Jason Day. The 2015 PGA champion has been runner-up at the U.S. Open twice and finished in the top 10 5 times between 2011-16, but Day enters this week at Pebble Beach after back-to-back missed cuts at this event. Day's advantage at Sonder Schauffele. I am already on record with Sonder as my pick to win. He finished T5. Tommy Fleetwood. Last year's final round 63 shook up the leaderboard and put some pressure on Koepka, so now we're looking to Fleetwood as a potential contender to win it all at Pebble Beach. Consistency.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.